what's up and welcome back to our channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Mickey 17. Now this is directed by Bong Joon-ho, you know, the director of films like Memories of Murder, like Parasite, The Host, and so on. So he's like the director of this film. Now this is also based like on a 2022 science fiction novel known as Mickey 7. So instead of calling this film Mickey 7, they called it Mickey 17. Now apparently it's like it's set in the future, like in the year 2054, because when the film comes on, you do see that that's like the particular year that it's set in, like 2054, and it follows like this one guy known as Mickey, and apparently he has to keep dying, where he does like keep sacrificing himself, and he has to keep being regenerated to actually like for like mankind, because they're like living like on another planet too as well, known as Niflheim. Yeah, Niflheim, I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, Robert Pattinson stars in the role as Mickey Barnes, and he's the one who's constantly getting like regenerated throughout the film for like scientific purposes, because the film is like on another planet too, by the way, and it's called Niflheim. I think that's how you pronounce it, but that's the planet that he goes to, and on this particular planet, they're trying to like the Earthlings, like say Earth people, are trying to colonize this planet. And there are like aliens on this planet too as well that I think they call the Creepers, if I'm not mistaken, because that's one of the plot points of the film. There's a situation, and the film does open with that too, where it's like the alien, I think they do call it the Creepers or something like that. It's like this very large one comes, and it should have killed like Mickey, but for some reason it didn't. It saved him. Like it took Mickey up from underneath the snow and brought him up to like the surface. And that was like one of the plot points of the film that's like later explored. I guess you could say like in the third act, the idea that this alien had helped him and it wasn't trying to kill him or anything like that. That's like one of the things going on in the film I won't spoil. But the film itself, it can be kind of like funny at times, but I must admit it is like very like weird, and like just it's like very odd. You know, I don't know what was really the point of this particular film. And like the setting of the film, it is like has like a strong futuristic vibe to it. It kind of reminds me like the Snowpiercer type film that Bong Joon-ho did too as well, where all like the snow is always constantly like snowing and stuff like that, and they got like the high tech, like, you know, like vehicles and stuff. But other than that, I thought the performances in the film were pretty cool. Like Robert Pattinson, he has to play all these different versions of all these different Mickeys, but then once you get to Mickey 17, that's like the main Mickey of the film. You know, that's the one that's for some reason, like I said, it's a spoiler territory. That's the one that for some reason wouldn't die. But it turns out that it was already like a Mickey 18 created too as well. And if it's more, when they're doing like this regenerated thing, I think they call it multiple something. When they're doing like multiple things, that's kind of against the law. So if they knew that it was like multiples of like one person being regenerated, that's apparently against the law in this particular film. So like turns out there was like two Mickeys, you know, at one point. And like I said, I'm not going to get into all that, but the idea that he has to portray both of these roles, like 17 and 18, and they both have different personalities. Because like 18, he has a personality that's kind of like mean, almost kind of like evil, but he still is kind of like a good person, you know. Now you also have like a love interest in the film known as Nasha Barrage, and she's played by Naomi Aki. So she's like a security agent, and she falls in love with Mickey throughout the film. Because at times she kind of has like a villainous type edge, but she's still like a good like character though. Then you also have Mark Ruffalo, and he's the antagonist of the film. He plays Kenneth Marshall, and he's like a politician who has like sinister designs for this planet they are on, known as Niflheim. And you also have Toni Collette. She plays like his wife, and she's kind of evil and like devious too, just like him. You know, you can tell that they are definitely like the antagonists of this particular film. And you also have Stephen Young. He's in the film as Timo, and he's like a friend of Mickey's from like Earth, because at one point he left Mickey to die kind of at the beginning of the film, and you'll see later on in the film why he did, you know, because he's on the run for somebody who's trying to kill him or something like that. There's like a connection with him and Mickey, especially like when they were on Earth. Because there are moments where it's on Earth, but then they go to this planet, you know. There's another character that really stood out in the film known as Kai Katz, and she's like a scientist. Now, she's a big part of the film. Now, she's played by Anna Maria Varolami. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Now, she's like in the film, and she kind of is there, like, she kind of has like a connection with like Mickey, even like Nasha to a certain extent. She's like one of the big characters of the film. I thought she kind of stood out. But in that, the film does have like a dark, like a comedic type tone to it. It's like it can be like very like bloody, like it's a lot like you know like it's very like extreme. But like I said, it's just really weird and odd, and I don't know what was even like the point of this particular film. Okay, we know it's about a guy who's constantly regenerating himself, because moments like that is funny, because you know he'll keep getting killed and then you know they keep just regenerating his body, and at one point like later on in the film you do get to see how that does work, because you never really get to see like the body being put together. You just see him coming out, like Mickey coming out the machine. But at one point towards like the end of the film you do get to see like the meat and stuff getting like put together. It does look kind of, you know, like weird, but I thought it was like just okay, you know. I know I'm hearing people like it, and I'm hearing some don't like it and stuff like that. But yeah, in the end, Mickey 17, I'm gonna just give it a C, and I guess I'll recommend it for fans of these kind of like science fiction, like black comedies. Like it's funny, but it's like very like kind of like I guess you could say like horrific at times, or like sinister. I know they call it black comedy, but it could be like bloody and violent too and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna just give it a C. And that's my review for Mickey 17. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.